So, if you guys haven't seen this, check this out. There's been a racist text circling telling people of all African-American black people in America and all the southern states that they need to go work on a plantation just to pick cotton. And it turns out it's completely real here, supported by the 10 Tampa Bay. Check this out.
Who's behind the message or how they got the victim's contact information.
This evening, federal investigators are looking into disturbing and racist text messages sent to black Americans.
People in at least 10 states, including Florida, say the messages reference slavery. Many victims are in middle school, high school, even college students. CBS has verified text messages were sent from numbers with area codes in at least 25 different states. Some through Text Now, which, by the way, offers free phone numbers. In a statement, the company saying it learned one or more of its accounts have been used in violation of the terms and conditions. The company has shut down the accounts. One college student who received the messages says he knows others got the message as well.
I don't even know how these people got their first or last name. And they're telling people, we know where you live. So it's like, whoa, this is not a prank. This is an actual threat.
Removing my child from me to bring her back to something that's not even legal, never going to happen.
Unbelievable.
And how dare you even
exactly.
To her?
How dare they do this?
Think that's something that would be funny to
Sick
anybody.
and twisted.
CBS News spoke to one person who sent the text from a Fort Wayne.
They think it's probably like, oh, this is funny American
the message was
jokes just to play with people.
Then abruptly hung up. The Federal Communications Commission is investigating. It's unclear who's behind the message or how they got the victim's contact information.
So I'm going to post a link in the description for that. I'm going to share that over to my other contact, as this is how I get my information. I always source true information about what's going on in this country. And I'm going to tell you right now, quite frankly, this is not a joke in this country. That I wasn't kidding when I said MAGA is fully responsible. And at my last video, true, I did say I'm not going to do any short ones. This is not super long, but you got to think about the reality here. We're living in a climate right now where MAGA and Donald Trump are coming to be president-elect. I'm not saying that, oh, let's just blame Trump already. No, no, no. Trump and MAGA are about to be the party responsible, and that's what, when he's sworn in, when MAGA's sworn in, since the Republican Party is pretty much dead. I think most Republicans can agree with that, because the Lincoln Project and all these fighting causes have been fighting so hard to keep Trump and that whole rhetoric away from us, because the power of the people is being stripped away, our voices are being stripped away. Those who actually stand for a true and free and proud America that's not just about Trump, Trump, Trump. That's what we're going to hear about for the next 4 years. Trump, 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 Trump. There's no tears coming out of my eyes. No, I'm concerned, I'm bothered, and I'm frustrated with the fact that many people, American people, women, children, young generations, 18 and up, all of those who've been following this, people who didn't even see the first Trump's presidency, they haven't been aware of what's truly going on. The oligarchs, the rich, the powerful, they're the ones who control what is going on in our country. We don't need to revolt. We don't need to start riots in the streets. What we need to do is vote out these corrupt political officials in Congress. Get rid of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz. There are many more. Do your research. Look it up. Check it out. Check out your source information. This is not liberal tears here, okay? This is facts. John Oliver, that I've been following up on the segment, I'm doing out of honor of remembering on the fact that he's going to be walking back a lot of statements about saying that Donald Trump didn't get the popular vote. Well, he just did. And the secret to that is the oligarchs that I mentioned, and I've said this before, you can check it out yourself. We, the American people, we the people, every time we cast our votes, we think that a president is deserving of getting into the White House because they got the popular vote. No, it's actually the electoral vote. And that's why it's stunned us in the past. The elites and the top rich, wealthiest people have been playing games with our politics for a long time. Same thing with all those with super PACs and furthermore, all the political parties. It's time that we, the people, stand up. We need to get united. We fought against terrorism. We united against terrorism back in 2001. We dealt with the Bush administration. We've come through the Obama administration. We've come through the Trump administration before. Educate yourself. We've come through the Biden administration. And I'm going to tell you right now, Biden doesn't get enough love. The man survived 3 brain aneurysms. I'm going to say this again. Look up the survival rate of 1 brain aneurysm. And you tell me you don't have empathy for that man, for what he's been through and all the hate and slack he gets for how he talks and how he speaks. That's right. The man survived 3 brain aneurysms in his past. And he still beat Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is beating Kamala Harris. And now that's because, not because just Donald Trump did it, but because the American people made their choice. It's their choice. And now it's on us, we the people, to watch and hold Donald Trump and the president that he comes to be fully responsible for everything going forward. I stand by that news, and I stand by this. It's disgraceful that we have texts like this starting already. I already said that there's going to be hate spreading in this country. Ridiculous things, even a small act like this. I'm not getting bent out of shape out of this. It's just despicable that this is happening. Where's the rejuvenation of our country, the pride of our country? Donald Trump's Stephen Miller, white nationalist, is going to be mass deporting millions upon hundreds of millions of those who are legally here with their green card and their legal status here in America. Watch it happen. Watch it happen. There are people already talking about it on TikTok and many other people exposing this. It is going to happen. Innocent people are going to be stripped away. Where's the Biden administration? Where's Kamala Harris protecting these people? Huh? Women, men, children, everybody with us? Are you just for the Trump? Are you just for the Republicans? Are you just for the Democrats? Are you with us? The United States of America. People who fight for our country. Soldiers, veterans. I'm not a vet, but I know and I have family that are veterans. I've been around a veteran who is miserable, drank himself to death, and still is going to proceed to do that. Who still emails me, gaslights me, threatens me, got up in my face, laughed in my face, wished the cops shot me with a gun when he made up a false allegation about hoping that they would come and shoot me because he claimed I pulled my gun on him. I did no such thing. Proud Second Amendment supporter. I do support the NRA's message for a right to bear arms, but I don't support that giving them money. Now, we talk about the reality of where we're facing. The Republicans, MAGA, they're on the chopping block. It's on them. The rich oligarchs, they're exposed. MAGA is exposed. They are the ones who we now look to see what's the truth. The rich, are they just going to stay quiet? They're going to stay silent? They're going to step back? Because now, the popular vote and the electoral vote got Donald Trump elected. And that was the power of the people along with the rich. The rich and the powerful of those in the MAGA, they're all exposed. That's who made their choice. The majority of Americans divided on this issue. Stop being divided. Stop hating. Stop being bitter. Get on board. It's time for you to get your voices heard. Step up to the plate. You're upset. You're angry. You're frustrated. I get it. I do. I solemnly do. But you know what? We need you. We need you together, united. Even if Donald Trump is not the president you wish to uphold, I stand by and say he's my president in 2025. When he gets sworn in January 20th, I acknowledge this. And I will be holding him accountable. And I will be expecting him to deliver on the promises, because if he doesn't, he's got to get the heck out of our country, and he's got to get the heck out of where he's in control of anything, including Stephen Miller, who's going to be mass deporting millions, hundreds of millions of innocent people who have gotten their legal green card and status here in America. And apart from the abortion, setting women's voices back to pre-slavery time, according to that Arizona ban as well, it's despicable. These text messages, indoctrinating African Americans in this country of different ethnicity, regardless of the color of their skin. It's despicable. It's disgraceful. You thought that was a funny joke, because America has slavery in its past? It's disgusting. It's despicable. You guys should turn yourselves over. Anybody else just thinking about doing things with guns, violence, mental health, hurting children, hurting your friends, hurting your neighbors, hurting people that you love, turn yourselves in. Seriously, turn yourselves over. Surrender yourselves. We don't need you destroying the innocence in the sacred parts of this country. It's going to be enough turmoil and hardship going through the Trump administration where we don't know about what's going to happen when he raises the tariffs, which are going to affect us, the consumers. If you don't know nothing about tariffs, it's about us, the consumers. We get hit with the blunt cost. Luckily for me, I'll say most of the times I buy my stuff on Amazon, so I don't really buy a lot of stuff elsewhere. But I'm telling you guys, we are not even knowing what's coming out of this Trump presidency. That's why there's no reason to be fearful until we start to see what actually happens. And what I do know for certain is the tariffs, there's been a lot of talk about it so far. A lot of people are spreading this information. It's credible. It's viable. There is cause of concern for the tariffs going up because that's going to raise consumer prices on what we pay out of our products. These companies don't pay it. China won't pay it. Mexico won't pay it. We, the consumers, are going to be paying it. And when you want to turn around and sit there and blame somebody, remember something. A lot of videos you see are going to be talking about it was the price of eggs. That's why people got mad. Price of gas, price of food, price of milk. That's why people voted for Trump. No, actually, it's more than just about the price of groceries. People are angry. They're pissed off. They're tired of the old parties, and they wanted the new party. Well, guess what, new party, MAGA? You're on the table now. You're responsible. Are you ready to answer the call? Or are you going to step back and take acknowledgement and face the reality that you are only spreading hate, deceit, and lies? And if not doing those things, if you are doing the right things, are you able to get the job done? Can you work in consideration and collaboration with your affiliated other sides of the party and the other aisles? Because obviously we weren't about to elect a libertarian, a Green Party person. I'm a libertarian. That's not a liberal, by the way. I believe in the Second Amendment right to carry. I believe in essentially not being for the death penalty, which Donald Trump is for the death penalty. You don't believe it? He loves the death penalty. Look it up. A lot of people who don't know that, you're educated now. So my message here from Mcluvin News is, not that I'm, against certain people that don't deserve the death penalty. We're now embraced in the future of MAGA and the Republican Party and where it stands, and we need to hold them accountable. Thank you for watching Mcluvin News. Signing out. Please do your research.